Hello, God bless from Up Ministries. It's me, Dick Jr., coming to you today to read you Hosea chapter 12. Let's see, I prayed and I asked God to help me to speak with you. I say these things every time, but it's important that you understand that I actually do pray. You know, I ask for different things, but I do ask for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is what I recommend you to ask for before you place yourself in God's Word when you pray. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. But there's a prayer very similar to this. Paul says in Ephesians chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. But don't just pray when you put yourself in God's Word. I suggest you go to Him with other things in prayer. Anything, really. Start off small. Thank Him for the food. See what I mean? Pray to Him. Ask questions. Ask for things, family, jobs. Try. See. Can I tell you which ones are going to be answered? No, but I can tell you this. He's a prayer answering God. How do I know that? That prayer in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 16 and 17 for one thing. But also, I have seen prayers answered before my very own eyes. My prayers, other people's prayers, but over the years I've seen many prayers. I don't know which ones are going to get answered and which ones aren't. But here's the thing, and this is scriptural. If you don't ask, you can't receive. Okay? So, go to Him in prayer and ask Him. You may just get what you asked Him for. Okay? So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started in Hosea chapter 12. It is like 2 columns. Pretty quick read, but it is prophecy and written as like a limerick or a poem or a lamentation so it's, you'll see as we read it. I really enjoy it. There's some interesting things in here and things that I have circled and underlined, and but it is very good prophecy. So, of course, I say that about all prophecy. So let's get started. Ephraim feeds on wind and pursues the east wind continually, which you can't catch the east wind or any wind. That's what he was talking about. He multiplies lies and violence. Moreover, he makes a covenant with Assyria, and oil is carried to Egypt. The Lord also has a dispute with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways. He will repay him according to his deeds. I circled that. That's what God promises for all of us, that He will repay us according to our deeds. Okay? In the womb he took his brother by the heel, and in his maturity he contended with God. Yes, he wrestled with the angel and prevailed. He wept and sought his favor. I just talked about this, but this is in Genesis chapter 32. This is where Jacob wrestles with God, if you want to go view it. But I just posted this video on my Facebook again that I had made about this particular thing in Genesis. That's Genesis chapter 32. Anyway, so he found him at Bethel, and there he spoke with us. Even the Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord is His name. Therefore, return to your God. Observe kindness and justice. I circled that. Observe kindness and justice. And by doing so, you begin to return to God. And wait for your God continually. A merchant in whose hands are false balances, he loves to oppress. And Ephraim said, surely I have become rich. I have found wealth for myself. In all my labors they will find in me no iniquity, which will be sin. But I have been the Lord your God since the land of Egypt. I will make you live in tents again, as in the days of the appointed festival. That's the festival of booths. It's a feast that they have. But it's talking about when the Israelites were wandering in the desert for 40 years and had nothing but tents. Okay. I have also spoken to the prophets, and I gave numerous visions, and through the prophets I gave parables. I circled that whole paragraph. It's very important to understand that the prophets are full of things that are very, very important for all of us to understand, okay, about the future, about the past. But that's why he says that. I have spoken to the prophets, because God keeps no secrets from the prophets. I think it's Amos 3:7, maybe, or 2:7, Amos 2:7 or 3:7, one of the two. But God keeps no secrets from His servants, the prophets, okay? So, is there iniquity in Gilead? Surely they are worthless. In Gilgal they sacrifice bulls. Yes, their altars are like the stone heaps beside the furrows of the field. Now Jacob fled to the land of Aram, and Israel worked for a wife. And for a wife he kept sheep. And it's italics, that sheep, so I'm not sure why. But by a prophet the Lord brought Israel from Egypt, and by a prophet he was kept. Ephraim has provoked to bitter anger, so his Lord will leave his blood guilt on him and bring back his reproach to him. So that is Hosea chapter 12. I told you it was a pretty quick read. Thanks for listening, and God bless.